Good morning, TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN. Time for the Mayor's Report on this Saturday morning, brought to you by Outlook Financial. And with me is Mayor Michael Beamish.
Good morning, everyone, today. And Clint and David and all the listeners out there. It's, it's just nice to think spring.
Oh, for sure it's nice to think spring. We got to do some spring activities this past week, like spring cleanup. That was the neighborhood cleanup.
Well, it took place this past week,
yep.
but it also gave everybody an opportunity to get outside. We've had some pretty good weather, which helps a lot. Kind of gets us into that spring-summer fever. And downtown's no exception, Clint.
I have seen that, too, because I've seen, not only did I see on Monday, I think it was, that the Fountain Circle got mowed, which kind of made me feel a little bit guilty. And then also saw them out there getting the fountain ready to go.
You know, it's always a sign of the times, the spring times, when you start to see the fountain getting prepared. And then when it's up and running, this year's going to be a little different twist, Clint, and I think it's something that we can all look forward to. First of all, downtown's going to just blossom. I mean, flowers and all the tree line and everything. But as you said, we're down there working on the fountain. That usually kicks off the season when that's up and running. But this year, we've added a little twist. And I'm real excited about it. I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's there. And so within the days to come, when we see that fountain up, inside that water fountain now, we have a lighting system that allows us to change colors, which should, it'll be a nice look for different functions and different events. But it's something for all of us to look forward to.
If anyone was paying attention at the tail end of the fountain season last year, they did quite a bit of work to it.
We did some testing.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to see what it would do and what it would look like. So it gives us something to look forward to, along with all the beauty of the downtown and the small businesses downtown, our new parking arrangement that we have. There's a lot of reasons, and we haven't even started the events and activities of downtown, but once all that gathers together, I think we're going to have an exciting spring and summer season.
Well, there's one thing I know for sure, and that is once the fountain is running, the flowers aren't too far behind on the square and on the light poles, and the downtown just has such a beautiful look during summer.
Just brightens up.
It certainly does. So spring is on its way.
That's right. That's right. We're looking forward to all the activities, events of the downtown. We work closely with partnerships like the Chamber and the Main Street Organization, Troy Hayner Cultural Center. I mean, we have something going with our park system for people of all ages to come in downtown Troy and the Troy surrounding area. And then we also have the Kettering Hospital. It's still moving forward with a timeline to open in June of 19.
So close. They are so close. I noticed that the only thing that I would say is covered up is the sign that says emergency. And I know that they are going to be covering up a few things that are already done just so no one is trying to go there. It's not per se a hospital yet. It's not staffed. It's staffed with construction workers.
It's staffed. That's a good way. And they're like ants. They're all over the place, moving all around. And
you see them working early in the morning. I mean, it seems like they're going about 24/7.
Well, and then once we start to see the landscaping being put in,
mm-hmm.
and we know we're getting real close. And speaking of landscaping, I want to put a plug in for our Sculptures on the Square committee.
Oh, yes.
You know, they have been working very hard, tirelessly. I happen to be one of those members, but we are real excited about the exhibit that we have coming to Troy. Just another enhancement to our living room of our community in downtown. So in June, boy, we're just going to have all sorts of opportunities.
Well, if anyone were to ever question, like, what do the sculptures bring in? I've been up in my perch up here, the crow's nest, And on the weekend, on a Saturday or Sunday, you see groups of people walking downtown with their little pamphlets about the Stuart Johnson display, roaming our streets.
Well, and you're going to see a lot of it.
I believe it.
In June, it'll be a place, a destination for people to come. But I also would be remiss if I didn't say we have activities in our park system and things for young and older alike to participate. So we have recreation, we have culture, we have all the amenities to bring a great quality of life for people to come into downtown and to our community and through Miami County.
No matter where it happens in Troy, it's guaranteed to be good. Whether we're down on Prouty Plaza, we're at the farmers market, or we're over at Treasure Island, there's so many neat things.
Now, you said it well. We have a lot of places for people to visit, walk around, and see.
And you know what? I bet there are golfers chomping at the bit to get into that new clubhouse.
That's another place that will be dedicated and up and running very, very, very soon.
Because I know the golfers are already out.
They're already out.
They came out about the time I think the gopher came out of his hole, or the groundhog came out of his hole. They've been out there swinging their clubs. Meet the Candidate Night is coming up.
Well, I just want to mention, because a lot of people don't realize that there is a couple of contested races, and though there's no issues, it's still an opportunity for people to understand, to look at qualifications for different positions. We do have 2 contested races. One is an award between 2 individuals, and one is to succeed this mayor to become mayor of the city of Troy, which is a very important position. I guess I could say that, having been in that position for almost 16 years now. All
right, and as you say, sunsetting at the end of this term, and it always puts, I think I said it the other week, where you're riding off on your horse into the sunset. I think that's how it would end.
It's bittersweet because I've been very blessed to have nice people like yourself and others around our community that have worked together so well to make our city move forward, not backward, forward. And so I would encourage people on April 17th at Detroit Junior High to come out, listen to all the candidates and what they stand for, and consider as we want to move the city forward, who would be the best in those particular positions. And that'll be at 7:30 that evening.
Well, for sure, we want to keep it going in this same direction.
Thank you.
Now, something else that is big in our community and in a lot of communities up and down the river, you've got the River Summit is coming up at Hobart Arena.
I'm really proud of this. As you said, the Riverway movement has started years ago, and I will say Troy was one of those primary sponsors of developing the river. Now it goes from Sydney all the way down to Hamilton. It's the Great Miami Riverway, and so and it's been at the UD Arena, or not UD Arena, but UD campus in past years. This year we want to regionalize it, and they've invited Hobart Arena to be the Riverway, the Great Miami Riverway Summit. And so we're real looking forward to April 19th. It is a Friday. It'll be from 8 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be right here in our renovated historic Hobart Arena. We have 40 vendors. I have to say I want a big thank you to Troy Foundation. Troy Foundation is our signature sponsor, but we have many other people. We have entrepreneurs coming as part of that 40 vendors. But we'll have a keynote speaker coming from Colorado, the Colorado Tourism Bureau. And she will give us some ideas and techniques to make our Riverway even better than it already is. But it's happening here in Troy, Ohio, and I want people to know there's still opportunities. If they'd like to see a video, a promo video, they can go to either a Facebook page, or they can go to the greatmiamiriverway.com, and they can get an idea of what this whole movement is all about. but I'm so proud to be a part of this effort to develop our river as a treasure for this region, and Hobart Arena for hosting this river summit. And so we're looking forward to. There is a nominal charge of $15, but that includes lunch, and there'll be a little continental type breakfast at the beginning. But if anybody's interested, I would say go to Great Miami, the GreatMiamiRiverway.com, and I'm sure you can click on registration. I think we're trying to hope for over 200 registrants to be a part of that, and I certainly will be there. And so it's just an opportunity for we in Miami County to show our support and show the excitement about what the river can be. Ethan Smith will be there as one of the vendors, and we all know him as a local entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Came up with the Shoal water tents.
Those are so awesome.
That's right, and he's come up with some other inventions as well. So if for any other reason, come and talk to him and find out what other ideas he has up his sleeve.
Well, I needed to throw in some more kudos too as I'm thinking about this. Mumford & Son, of course, that's been a little while in our past, but that was really the very first in this area of anybody ever attempting to pull off such a feat. And now you look at Tip City and they have their music festivals. Troy has the musical entertainment downtown. I know Pickwood does it at Lock 9. Shelby County up in Sydney. It's really spread out, and I think a lot of other communities have taken the lead from Troy with that. And something most recently just happened where one of the elementary schools in Covington, they're going to convert that land over there and put up of nothing else but an amphitheater. That way that they too can jump on the same bandwagon and provide entertainment for the folks in town.
And all these venues can add a certain sparkle to different kinds of activities and groups.
Yes.
So we can have big groups, so we can have smaller groups, but it's entertainment for all. It's that quality of life that I'm so proud to say that Troy has to offer. But throughout Miami County, as you just said, we're growing in opportunities for people to have a quality of life, people of all ages. We have recreation, we have culture, and the River Summit is just one, but we can talk about the recreational trail system, and there will be people talking about that, which is a connector to the Great Miami River, and then all the activities that surround the river. You mentioned Treasure Island and right along the river, and we have an amphitheater that we bring a lot of great entertainment down there too.
So as I always say, if you can't find something to do in Troy or Miami County, I'll give you my phone number. You give me a call. You come on over to my house. You can mow my yard and do some work in the flower bed. There's always something that needs to be done there to keep you busy.
Clint, you have always been a big promoter of not only just the Troy community, but throughout Miami County. And I appreciate what you just said, too, because if you can't find something to do on a weekend or even during the week, just walking around and seeing the beauty of our community and throughout Miami County, then you're not looking too far.
And we've got so many things right here in downtown Troy. Good things happening, like the hospital getting ready to open. Heron's Market is going to be opening up here this summer. Lots of new things in downtown Troy, but you're just going to have to come down and check that out.
And there's this little thing called the Troy Strawberry Festival.
Oh, yeah.
You know, coming up at the beginning of June. And then the following at the end of August, we've got the Tour de Donut, which brings in a lot of economic impact to our city and county. So, you know, as you just demonstrated and just looking at the height, you can just keep going on and on and on and what we can anticipate from spring through fall. And the sculptures will be another enhancement to bring people into our community.
And to take it around full circle, it all starts with turning on that fountain.
Doesn't it though? We'll go right where we started with. I can't wait to see that happen, and we're getting ready. We're getting close.
All right, that means summer's on its way. Council meets on the 15th next time.
That's right. We'll have council. We'll have some issues and resolutions and ordinances for us to discuss and decide on. So anybody that's interested, they can come to a council meeting. It'll be 7 o'clock, City Hall, on the 15th. And I know we'll be talking a little bit about Lincoln Community Center, some of the projects that we're trying to finish up, and also a lease agreement with the our Community Improvement Corporation, CIC. Those are two things that will be on there. There'll be a public hearing. So we'll be looking at a paving program again that'll exceed over $1 million this year. We have really increased our paving program, and we need to. So that's going to be on the agenda. Some good things coming up that are going to, again, be an enhancement to our community.
All right, Mayor, thank you so much. Anything you'd like to wrap up with this morning?
No, I just want to thank you and Troy Community Radio for, again, looking at things from a positive side of the things that we bring to this community that everybody can really should enjoy.
I only talk about the beauty I see right out of these windows.
You have the best view.
Thank you, Mayor. This has been the Mayor's Report. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN.